Yeah, it's perfect. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you.
Doing good, and thanks for joining in to do this. And I'm able to, Jack, are you there? I can hear you, but I'm not able to find you in the window.
Yeah, I'm here. Here. Yeah.
Sure. So, welcome everyone to this ChatGPT workshop. It has been the talk of the town for last, I think, 6 months now, and we would want to discuss how ChatGPT can be a game changer for marketers and to help them sort of push their voice across and help them market the products effectively. A quick intro about myself. I'm the co-founder of Yuki, an open source initiative called Samurai. Yuki is a community platform for creators, brand, and businesses to help you create a community and host event discussions and posts and polls with your members, and also monetize that community. We run an initiative to democratize access to AI across different geographies, geos, even different races, and it's called Samurai. We provide free tool access to users, and we release tools like AutoGPT, PrivateGPT, MyGPT for the AI community, and have close to now 1 million plus users in that. Talking about the panel here, let's move to the next slide, and let me introduce them to everyone. Yes. So today we have and someone, I think there's some background noise. If possible, mute yourself.
Sorry, it's for me. My phone's just
not a problem.
I closed all of them, and all my focus is right now here.
Sure. So we have Jack, Hiram, and Nisa. Jack is the founder of Market. He's been a marketing professional. He has main competencies in market research analysis, hypothesis testing, and inbound lead generation. So, looks like Jack is the entire sort of suite of the marketing professional in one, from market research, testing, and event generation. So, the full suite. And Hiram, welcome, Jack. Hiram is an innovation consultant, a UX expert in growth. She brings a unique and innovative approach to work that is inspired by the philosophy. I think we must have philosophy, I guess. She'll talk about it. She's always eager and curious to explore new ideas and ways of thinking, and loves collaborating with clients who share this mindset. Welcome, Hiram. Would love to know more about your journey as a consultant in UX and innovation. And welcome, Nisha. Nisha works as apologies if I pronounce the name wrong, and do correct me if there's any issue. So she's worked as a junior social media manager at Spike.ai, and she's experienced in developing and implementing digital marketing strategies across social media channels, and engaging with audience passionate about exploring intersection between media and communication. So welcome, and great to have all of you in this session. Would love to learn more about your takes on how to use AI to improve the marketing of your product. I think we can start with Jack. If you want to give 2 cents about your journey and how did you sort of get into marketing, and
Yeah. All right. Sure. So basically, I've been studying in university for a marketing degree, but I've never been thinking that I will become a marketer actually. But suddenly, when I graduated, I got an offer from my friend who started the company. It was called We Love No Code, and it was just an MVP stage startup. And he just, asked some advice on how he can try to generate the leads over his new offer. And that's basically how it all started. Because I left the company when I reached 3 million ARR in 1.5 years afterward. So that's how my career started. Basically, it's as easy as that.
Great. I think next is Hiram. Please talk about your journey and 2 cents on how did you sort of get into the profession you're currently in.
Yeah, you just disappeared for a moment on my side. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, thanks, Jack, for sort of introducing yourself. I am now moving over to Viram, and she can talk
It's
about.
my turn. Yes.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah, I was one of the one who writes to the chat that the connection is really bad for most of us. We can't hear it. What can we do about it first? And while we're working on that, I will introduce myself very shortly, I promise. Can we reconnect or
let me switch? Yeah, let me switch my Wi-Fi and check this. Yeah.
Right now, I can hear you very clearly, but at the beginning, there was some kind of problem.
Okay, I just switched my Wi-Fi. I think there must be some issue with that. Is it better now?
So just continue. Hello, friends. I'm working as an innovation consultant and UX expert at Goin. We are a global company, both in Turkey and England and in Estonia. We use ChatGPT for our product development part, and most of the time about social media, our marketing campaigns and other things. I use it all the time to mostly about getting inspiration. I love it. I love to generate ideas, all kind of different things. It really helps me to create my workshops. And happy to be here.
Thanks for the intro. I think the Wi-Fi issue was from my side, or I've just sort of switched to Wi-Fi. Do let me know in the chat if it's better than before.
Sure. Right now, I hear really fine.
Sure. Nista, you can talk about your journey. I think you're on mute.
Okay. Hi, I'm Nisa. I have been working in Spikey for a year now as the junior social media manager. Spikey is an analytics platform for online sales, customer service, interviews, and internal meetings. We analyze sales calls, meetings, trainings, and coaching sessions with enhanced AI models. We are doing these by generating personalized feedback and saving time by summarizing meetings and many more. I had the opportunity to contribute to various aspects of social media management, content creation, and community engagement, and of course, marketing. We launched on Product Hunt a few months ago, and I was already working in an AI startup, but I had the opportunity to discover Product Hunt and all of these other products. After ChatGPT and GPT-4, we had various other tools on Product Hunt, and so it was very exciting to be part of it.
Great. I guess the common thread is ChatGPT and Product Hunt for all of us, and we all want to grow our audience as well as get users for our initial launches. And I think Product Hunt and Twitter are one of the great platforms where we are able to sort of get the initial user and also grow our community now with the features you have on Product Hunt as well. Moving to the next slide, let's get started the session. Yeah, so the main question is, how can companies use ChatGPT for content marketing? Do you use it directly, or is there any integration of ChatGPT you use with your current setups? And what are the limitations for using this ChatGPT for your content marketing? Jack, you want to go first, or anyone else who want to pitch in first?
Yeah, I can start actually here. So basically, honestly, the world really changed since the new year, I think, and the marketing processes, I would say, really changed. And actually, even my company structure really changed because of the ChatGPT and artificial intelligence, at all, and specifically because of the ChatGPT. So basically, we started with creating a content, as you probably can imagine, especially the blog articles and these kind of things, because ChatGPT allows you to create the perfect SEO optimized content with unique angle and with the logic actually, and you can do it rapidly. So you can send this content and you can hit it with a quantity at least. So that's actually a very prospective direction, I would say. And besides, of course, you can use it for I would say for Twitter marketing, for example, when you're trying to do the activity in Twitter, and it really previously it'd been taking time. So you have to spend time to be active, to reply or the popular threads and these kind of things. And now you can actually automate it completely with the ChatGPT. That's just two of use cases, which personally we use. And concerning the limitations, a couple of things I want to talk about. The first of all, of course, unfortunately, right now it's not possible to generate pictures with this and media, but hopefully there is Midjourney and a lot of other tools. So you can't actually automate the whole content process. You can just make it faster right now, only faster with ChatGPT. And the second limitation is, of course, about the topics of the content, because I work with different businesses from different industries, and there are certain taboos, I would say, for ChatGPT, and it can generate the content in certain industries. And that's also, that could be a challenge in the future, but we'll talk about this later. But here are just the information from my experience, and I'll probably pass the word to the next speaker.
Great. Thanks for sharing your experience. I think, Eram, you want to go next and talk about this topic here? Yeah.
Of course, I really like using ChatGPT for creating content, because it has so limitless options. I can decide if I really know my customer, my target people, my followers, what they want to hear from me or what they want to see from me, what kind of language should I use, which tone should I use to reach out to them and build a connection. It's a great tool for me to generate content very, very fast. The disadvantages, let's say, I always like to check all the information, because I want to give them really verified content. Let's say if it's a past event or past happening or not right now, at the moment it's not happening, I don't want to talk about it anymore. So I always verify the content or news with Google, then I post it on. But otherwise, I agree with Jack. It's so easy with automation and put it on the calendar, and we have so much time to do other things.
Got it. So I think first part, creating content, the time to get the first version of the content out has drastically reduced. And it's also solved the blank page problem where you didn't know where to get started. You now have an outline to sort of begin, and then you can refine it forward. Nisa, your experience with ChatGPT, and what do you think are the limitations, if any?
I think when it comes to using ChatGPT for content marketing, the possibilities are quite exciting. Like, it can help you with various tasks like writing content, captions, generating ideas, creating a content calendar, even suggesting new hashtags. But I think, like any other tool, ChatGPT does have its limitations. Sometimes it may not fully understand the context or accurately understand the intent, which can lead to responses that are either incorrect or completely unrelated to what you intended. So I agree with Iram. It is essential to review and double-check the generated content to ensure its accuracy and relevance. And I think it is also worth noting that while ChatGPT-4 is excellent for handling routine things, but more complex or sensitive issues may still require human touch. You have to strike the right balance between automation and human touch.
Got it.
After a while, did you notice that ChatGPT used the same sentence structure every time? On every paragraph, it says the same thing, same words.
Yeah, the repetition.
So you have to read all your sentences and make it yourself. You have to you need a little personalization, but after that, it's really good to use it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
What do you think?
Yes, go on, please.
I want to hear your opinion about this. What do you think?
Sure. Sure. So we personally, as myself and for the company, we started using it for social media, getting the first version out for it, and also for sort of email marketing in a way. So getting the first cut of your emails that you send to your customers, not sort of to external users, but to our own customers, and sort of refining on top of it. So we get the first cut of the email, and then we work on top of it and sort of refine it forward. I think the 3 GPT-4 does a great job in terms of personalization and has been able to sort of reduce some of the issues with GPT-3, but still it does hallucinate a lot if you sort of don't get a right prompt. So talking about, say, Twitter, it's able to generate links which don't exist, as well as hashtags which might not be relevant for your tweet. So it does generate those things. So you have to be careful. With the plugin, I guess it's been able to get live content as well. And now you can sort of give it a tweet and tell it that create a tweet similar to this for me. And it's able to do that most of the time if it's able to scrape that content. And yeah, that's great. I've been testing Bard also. It's been improving quite a lot in terms of social media content. So it wasn't there up to mark initially, but now in the last month or so, it's been doing good. So I think email marketing and social media is one, and there and also say you want to create product and introduction posts and improve on that. It's able to do that if you give it a first version, or if you tell it what the topic is.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's go to the next question.
That's good.
What are some AI marketing tools that you are currently using to assist with your day-to-day marketing strategy? And how does ChatGPT compare to other AI marketing tools? So a lot of tools have come up which are AI first or are now enhanced using AI. I think we can talk about them as well, and how do you use them in your marketing. So yeah, I think Nisa, you can go first this time. Then yeah, Jack and Aaron can follow up.
Okay. There are several AI marketing tools that we use to support our daily marketing strategy. Some of them include, of course, ChatGPT, Copy AI, Grammarly, Superline, Sift, and there are new tools released frequently, especially on platforms like Product Hunt, and they save time and resources by automating repetitive tasks, and they check grammar. And this allows us to marketers to focus on other aspects. And I think these are some of the apps that I can think of, but every day new one comes. So
and it's great to try new things, right?
Yeah, it is.
For me, it's the same. I always start my days just looking for Product Hunt first to see which one is new, which I can try. I agree with Nisa. We use probably same things, Grammarly, for checking the right things. Copy AI, but mostly it's about ChatGPT, and we are using Midjourney or other visual generating things to create our great visuals. And combining these two together saves us so many times with great content.
Yeah, I think it's been great, and how I think the image side and the video side is yet to be explored fully. And if we are able to come,
I love it.
Yeah, yes, yeah. If we are able to get a single product with both images and content and being done at the same time, say even videos, that would be a game changer. Yeah, Jack, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, actually, we use really a lot of tools right now, and we're changing our stack, I would say, almost every week. And we actually have even, I would say, innovations meeting on Wednesday. So right now we just test different tools and try to integrate there into our workflow. And basically we also write guides, and we put all the tools we use right now, I mean the best ones, on a single page. And actually I just can share the page here. So talking about the concrete tools, of course, the ChatGPT and CoPI, we use it for content creation, Midjourney, and daily sometimes for the visuals, and especially the Midjourney. Besides, we also play out with videos. And for example, if we launch a new product on a product hunt, we are making the AI-based video explainer, I would say, just to save some time, but to give the opportunity for visitors to check out the product. And we use the Synthesia and also such things as, maybe you've heard about the resample. It helps us to play with the voice, and we just actually use it once only. However, it's still interesting. It was kind of a complicated still, because the process is, I would say, is pretty new. However, it's still more than possible. And also there is like the Lumen 5 is also a tool for a video generation, because if you want to just to have a speaking head in your video, then Synthesia is more than enough. But if you also have to fill it with footages and different maybe interns of the different frames which somehow connected to your topic, then probably you should try this one, because it will also save some time for you and make the video more diversified. Basically, yeah, and I guess, yeah, that's probably all for now. I mean, also maybe some kind of we try to use the tools to generate the leads, but it's still, we tested different things, but haven't found something interesting right now. So it's just, we just spend our time. It doesn't work correctly for now, at least with our experience. But yeah, we expect.
And if you don't know how to create video as a beginner, Lumen 5 is a great example to create so easily. You just write what you need to do, and they have a great library you can use. Just put it together, and you have lots of videos in a very short time. I also want to ask Crystal. She's writing different tools. What do you think? Which one
Hi
is...
there.
Hello.
Hi there. Yeah, so I actually do marketing and sales consulting for IT, MSP, and BCIO. So that's cybersecurity. So they're very big into AI tools. And we use Jasper a lot to automate some of our social media content. And it goes directly into our project management system, and then it's tied directly to LinkedIn. It's pretty amazing the way that Jasper works for us in that particular way. I use chat. I don't use ChatGPT. I use Ask AI instead, because I found that Ask AI was a bit better than ChatGPT in its outputs when you put in your inputs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it has better results for you.
Yeah. And then on top of that, I'm actually trying to look into some marketing automation for video production. That's like my next step. And I found Generation Next Gen that came out, and I've just played around with it a little bit. But if you guys have like a solid production AI, platform that you recommend, I would be highly interested in that.
I think Jack has a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. So the point is, I got some lags again, probably on my side. So can you just repeat this point about?
Yeah, she wants to know a few AI tools about video production.
Oh yeah. As I said already. So if you want to create, I would say, just a speaking head, the Synthesia is more than enough for this. It's also it also gives you the voice so there's just a person, a face, and a voice behind it. And there are really a lot of options. So different, I would say, really, it's pretty diversified. But if you want to fill your video with the footages, so it's not just a speaking head, it's something, I mean, it shows some associative content there, then you have to try, I guess, the Lumen, because it's really easy to fill a video. So basically, you can just create a perfect video if you unite, I would say, these two tools. If you have some basic experience with video editing, so that's, I guess, it makes the process really fast. And also now a lot of people, especially the marketers who know nothing about video production, and they don't know that such tools as the Final Cut and these kind of things, it's still more than possible to get a video in 1 or 2 days, so even less for your product, and you will not pay anything. So that's
and I like the Lumen idea because I do have specific branded content for my clients, so I can't just use a generic speaking head or a voice. It has to feature them, you know what I mean, in the production value. So you're saying Lumen would probably be the best one for that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your feedback. That's awesome.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Crispy, for joining in.
Thanks for having me. I had another meeting and then I just canceled it and hurried and jumped on. So
Great.
It's great to have you here. I think Lumen 5 is something Jack suggested, and you were mentioning, I think, Gen 2. I think someone's mic is on. If you're not speaking.
Cheryl?
Yeah. Yeah, Kevin, please
No, it's fine.
switch off your mic. Yeah. Sure. Or Sneha can mute others who are not there on the stage. So I think Lumen 5 is a good bet. I think all the Gen 2 tools from Runway AI, there are a lot of videos on Twitter and all going around. They do a great job for shorter form videos. I think it's a paid tool, so they do give out credits every month. So you can test that out as well. I'm yet to test it out. Yeah, I think Lumen 5 and Synthesia has been there for, I think, last 4 or 5 years. And I've used that for the launch of our first product, Vadu. And people were asking, where did you create that sort of AI head in sort of like a circle? Initially, that was the UI they used to provide. And there were only 5-6 faces you could use. And it looked a bit sort of machine-like, but now they're getting better. And for a voiceover video, talking about a presentation or introducing a feature, it's a great tool. Going to the next question, as we spend a lot of time on just on one, and we have to cover others as well. What are the most effective use cases for leveraging ChatGPT in marketing campaigns? So it's an extension of what we mentioned. So let's extend that towards, say, social media is one. Let's talk about email marketing. How can generative AI or ChatGPT be used to sort of optimize your campaigns in terms of personalizing it, or even sort of increasing an open rate by deciding what time of day to send or stuff like that? There are a lot of different tools trying this, and also using it for any third-party channels like Product Hunt for others. So any experience in that? Erin, you want to go first? Talk about anything besides social media. How can we use ChatGPT for any marketing campaign beyond that?
For our customers and some newcomers, we use email campaign, but I don't think it's really so effective like social media, because on social media we spend hours and hours, but on email, not as effective as social, but we still use it to write great content with really good introduction and other thing, and add some call to actions that might interest them. But like we said before, when we get to know our customers and followers, when we get to know our community, we will create more suitable content for them according to our results and opening rates or other kind of things and all the feedbacks. we can use ChatGPT to improve our content, our tone, our length of emails, that kind of things, I guess. But still, I think the social media is more important than the other ones. But
Yeah, I think it's more the direct implementation, and you're there. You
especially
need to create a lot
videos.
of content. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. Jack, you want to go next and talk about any other implementation you've seen besides social media in terms of marketing campaign, which uses ChatGPT or any other AI tool?
Sure. So first of all, we already mentioned about the Twitter automation, for example. Concerning the email marketing, honestly, we are still, we just use it for content creation there. We don't use it for automations. For example, we don't set up the optimal timings for sending the campaigns yet. Maybe we will integrate it later. But right now, actually, I have nothing to say about this kind of automations. The one new use case where we are integrating ChatGPT right now is that we have the onboarding process for the new upcoming prospects and leads for just signing up to the platform. And the main challenge for us is that right now we need to process them manually. We need to collect the information about their business. We need to make a research to send the proposal. It's humans who are doing it. But right now we are integrating the questionnaire, which is actually, I would say it's intuitive. So the questions are always different, and it depends on your company and business. And ChatGPT helps us to extract the data we need for creating this kind of proposal. So basically, definitely we will use the AI to ask it for hypotheses on how we can help this certain business to grow, and we'll just see what he advised. And actually, the last ones with ChatGPT 4, it was, the hypothesis is pretty nice if you create the perfect and right prompts. And then we just want to make it automated. We're still in progress, but as I see it right now, so when a new customer will onboard the platform, he will get an automatic proposal. Maybe just a person will just need to approve it, just to check it out before sending, and just to click one button. Okay, everything is right here, or maybe edit something, and it will save just a lot of time for salespeople. And we just expect it to be integrated, but it's still in the process of the development, this integration. But I believe that will help us to increase the conversion rates and make salespeople more free, I would say.
Got it. And onboarding is a great use case, I think. If your initial users are happy, they convert better. And I think with word of mouth, they are part of your marketing funnel anyway. So I think great use case. To keep us updated with your experimentation in your marketing campaign, and so we can learn and sort of implement it with our own products. Nisa, any use case beyond social media you've come across, or anyone else has tried out? So yeah,
I'm a junior social media manager, so it is like a fantastic helper for content creation for me. But one of my favorite things when it comes to ChatGPT is customer data analysis. You can use it for that as well. It can dig into social media interactions and also like past purchases to uncover patterns and trends in customer behavior. And another exciting use case is like script writing and storytelling. It can be very useful for ads and advertising products and services. Yeah, but for me, it's a big helper for content creation.
got it. And so how many iterations do you take? Do you sort of use ChatGPT directly, or any product which is built on ChatGPT for social media? Or if you use ChatGPT, how many iterations do you take to create a final copy for social media? Say the first version is generated by ChatGPT, how many iterations or how many changes do you need to do to make a copy that can go live on, say, Twitter?
I think it's for you, Nisa.
It's for you, Mrs.
I think I lost you for a second and I couldn't hear the
Sure.
question. Yeah.
So the question was, if you use ChatGPT directly for your social media, how many times do you how much refinement do you need to do to the initial output of ChatGPT to make it sort of Twitter ready or LinkedIn ready? How many iterations on that, or do you use any sort like copy AI or something like that to for your social media use case, which is built on say a GPT-3 or 4?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I will just fix my Wi-Fi and come back. It is probably from me. Just a second.
All right.
Sure.
Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
you want to go
I'll
ahead?
ask her question for Nisa.
Yeah.
All right. When she come back. But other than that, maybe in the audience,
Yeah. If you have
want to share.
anyone wants to share their experience of social media copy using ChatGPT, you can sort of mention it in the chat window or come live on the video and just speak about it.
Until someone does, I will start first.
Sure.
I like generating ideas and different contents. I start writing different topics and what kind of concept do I need. But after that, I like to write my own sentences at the end to getting ready to share on some social media. I don't use the exact sentences I saw on ChatGPT, but I really like it's helping me, supporting me to create the language, the tone, and the way to express my subject.
Got it. So,
I write my own sentences. I like
got it. I think the use case for you is particularly the outline of your copy, right? Yeah, and you use that to create sort of create your own sentences around the topics that ChatGPT has invented. Great.
I like my own voice. I think people
absolutely
will feel that it's more organic and they want to hear it more from me other than ChatGPT. So I do it like this.
Got it. That makes sense. So in your personality is what people are there when they're following you on any social media channel. So they can directly use ChatGPT if they wanted a ChatGPT copy. Great. Going to the next question, what advice you want to give other marketers who want to consider using ChatGPT as and implementing it in their marketing funnel? How do you get started? Jack, what is the day one for you if you want to implement ChatGPT? If you want to start all over again, how would you do that?
So the main advice for the marketers who are actually working on the complex marketing, especially on the landing page creation or on the content creation, I would advise them to develop and create their unique prompts, which will help them to make better copy and better content in less time and less inputs. For example, I use the strategy of formulas. So, for example, I got an example of a certain blog on a landing page, which is actually very converting, but it's about a single industry. Let's say it's agriculture industry, and I need to do the same blog with the same pressure on the pain points of target audience, but for completely different industry. Let's say for cybersecurity industry. And in here, what can help here is that you just create pretty long prompt with a formula. So it's kind of the equation, I would say. So you say, here is what I want to get, and here is the X which is missing. Please write X for me. So this is one of the example, I would say, of a custom prompt in the process. And I would say that every marketer is unique and every angle which we are working from is also unique. And the prompts we're using there should also be unique, because otherwise, if everyone use the same prompts from ChatGPT plugins, let's say, the marketing will be completely similar and there won't be any competition, I guess. And that's why that's a place and a field where we need to be unique and develop our own approach. So I would advise to focus on this.
Got it. I think that's an interesting approach to go about it. We don't want to get into a sort of that part of the world where every second Twitter post is similar. though we are converging towards that. So every second post is about you're doing this wrong, this is the correct way, how can you make X amount of money by these prompts and XYZ. So a lot of content like this is popular now on Twitter.
Yeah, one more thing here actually, because it's interesting that the world is changing, the marketing is changing, and AI is breaking it. But the point is that if the AI will be developed, significantly, and it will just conquer the whole marketing market. Maybe there will be just one single tool which makes everything. In this case, there won't be any competition. If every company will use the same mechanism and same methods, that's why, it won't work. If everyone is strong, then nobody is strong. And that's why there should be a place for unique and for art, I would say. And maybe it's about prompts, who knows? Maybe it will be changed later, but I still believe that it won't replace people at all. It just will be a tool for people to make something interesting and to, basically. I hope you got my logic here.
Yeah.
I agree.
Me too. It is not a magical solution that can do everything for you. If you do that, you become mainstream. You have to define your goals and expectations before diving into GPT-4. It is crucial to have a clear understanding of what you want to achieve and how you plan to measure your success.
Exactly.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm back.
Yes, I agree to have you.
Great connection.
Yeah. Great background, by the way. And so what is your advice in terms of how should one adopt ChatGPT if it's day one for them? So if it's a company who just now wants to adopt AI, how should they go about it? What do you think is a function in marketing they should use?
Is it me? Is it?
Yeah, Nisa, you can go, then Hiram, you can.
Okay, I'm the last. Oh, Nisa.
Okay, thank you, Ram. For instance, are you aiming to generate more traffic, leads, conversions, or engagements? You have to determine the key performance indicators you will use to assess your content quality and effectiveness. And I think don't use it without training it. It has to align with your brand voice and tone. Although it can generate text in different styles and techniques, it might not always match your brand identity and personality. So you can provide with examples of your existing content to help it adapt to your desired brand voice and tone.
Got it. Yeah, so the goal is important, and your brand identity is also very important in terms of using any AI tool. So I think this is an extension of what Adam was saying, that you have to showcase your personality when you market yourself or your product. Hiram, your thoughts? How should one get started?
And the more detail you give to ChatGPT, it has better results, better sentences, or better expressions. So we have to train them, like Nisa said. And if you just beginning to use ChatGPT or just considering using ChatGPT, please do. It's a great tool to save time and generate lots of different things. If you're not sure, maybe you can start with watching a few tutorials. Out of curiosity, I watched two or three different LinkedIn courses on how to create different prompts, some unique prompts to get what you want with different angles or other things like acting or other kind of prompts, how to build prompts. And also YouTube, I saw lots of videos. You can easily learn how to use it. And after a few times trying it, you just get better at it in a very short time.
Great, I guess. Yeah, I think learning is important, and trying to sort of force with it won't solve any problem. Find your goal, have a logical understanding how would ChatGPT increase that outcome for you, and I think we have enough content on Twitter, YouTube, and short videos for you to get started. I think we can quickly move to the next question. And if in the audience, if anyone has a question, just to mention that in the chat window, and we'll take it up at the end of the session. Yeah, so the question is about what is the opportunity loss if you sort of if you don't adapt towards the changes that AI is bringing. So if you fail to adapt, what are you missing out? And yeah, so how do you adapt yourself for the rapidly changing environment? I think it is using all these tools. It is an extension. If anything else anyone wants to add to this question, as we discuss a lot on ChatGPT, how do you adapt yourself in the rapidly changing environment of AI to be a sort of AI first or AI assisted company in the next 5 years? So any thoughts on that? Anyone can go first. Yeah, I'm opening it up. Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, I can start.
Sure. Sure.
I think if businesses don't adapt to the changes brought by AI, they will miss out some major advantages. Like first, a competitive edge. Companies that embrace AI get ahead of the competition. They automate tasks, save money, innovate faster. So not jumping on AI train means like falling behind. And a better customer experience. AI businesses personalize their offerings with AI-powered chatbots and analytics, and companies can understand customers and provide customized solutions. With AI, it is hard to keep up. Without AI, actually, it would be hard to keep up with what customers want.
Good.
I think.
Yeah, I think Anisa, great point there. Sort of keeping in pace with the changes, you will be in tune to the innovations that are happening in the market. Be there in marketing, customer support. You mentioned something around chatbot. Just a quick question to anyone: if anyone has implemented a chatbot primarily built on ChatGPT for customer support, do share your experience. If you're there in the chat, you can do it right now or share it us after this session is over. Anyone else want to take a crack at this? How do you sort of evolve with AI in the next 3-5 years, or how do you sort of, what is an opportunity loss if you don't adapt?
Yeah, I can be the next one here.
Sure.
So basically, in my opinion, the companies and businesses who will not integrate AI into the workflow right now and in nearest months, they definitely are going to miss out the speed of their processes, and afterward they will be able to provide less value for their customers, because the competition will, other competitors who are using ChatGPT, who are using the AI, just will make it much faster, and as a consequence of this, they will have a less revenue, and pretty obvious, I guess. Just they're going to lose the competition. That's what will happen. Based on my opinion, I guess it's pretty obvious here, because I don't see any other ways here. And I guess the scariest thing is that if you lost revenue and if you lost business. So yeah, that's what's going to happen actually.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the opportunity loss is great if you don't sort of adapt towards the change. And yeah, I think Crystal is also there. If you have something to say, else I can get anything good.
Okay. I totally agree with all of this, because you can use AI if you know how to use it and where to use it. The possibilities are endless. It helps you grow your businesses in a very different ways. You can use it on supply chain. You can use it on product development. You can use it on some sales campaigns or other things. You can use it in so many different ways if you know how to do it. So yeah, if you want to stay in the competition with this different things going around the world, you must use it, I think.
Absolutely. And let's move to the next question as we are behind on the schedule.
All right, let's go first.
Yeah.
And very fast.
Yeah. In the next 6 months, what changes do you anticipate in ChatGPT in terms of customization, being dynamic, achieving your targets in conversational marketing? So, what are your expectation as an end user in terms of what should ChatGPT provide you, which it lacks? Let's talk about that. The current version of ChatGPT and what do you want it to do, say, in the coming updates in the next 6 months?
I'll pass this one to save your time a little.
No, I think we can update you. It's not an issue.
Fine.
Yeah. Nisa, you want to take a crack at it?
Okay. I think it will increase the competition, like improve maybe targeting, enhance campaigns and make it more efficient, and maybe it will foster reliance on more machine learning. And I think the AI tools like ChatGPT may lead to competition in the advertising space, driving up maybe prices for keywords, because everyone can access that, everyone can achieve that. This could make it more challenging for maybe smaller advertisers to compete effectively.
Got it. Both Google and Facebook are introducing creating ad copy dynamically using AI for you. So I think a lot of tools which are doing this might get irrelevant in the coming updates. Another opportunity is ChatGPT plugins. Has anyone done anything consequential using plugins? If you have, do share that with us. Jag, any thoughts on the next 6 months of what ChatGPT will bring in the market?
Actually, well, I would say maybe not about the ChatGPT, but about the artificial intelligence at all. So interesting thought, I would say here concerning the ad customization, ad dynamism, and target. So that definitely AI helps us to improve the targeting, because it can analyze the behavior, and it even can forecast that behavior, so he can be adopted according to this forecast. And in my opinion, it will make such companies as Facebook and Google and the ones which have the ad marketplaces, it will make them even richer, because it will increase the value they could provide to the businesses. So the CAC will be lower. I mean, if you target to the perfect people, and if you can catch them even before they go somewhere, so that's just crazy. And that's I think that's the biggest thing, and maybe even the problem, because the next question would be about the data and privacy, and I guess these aspects are connected. But it's definitely going to improve the targeting. Maybe the ChatGPT will help, of course, but I think that there will be another tools which may work together with ChatGPT, but not only the ChatGPT. And and actually to make these companies richer, that's what I'm sure about.
But then another interesting question would be, who are these ad companies targeting now? Are they humans or another AI? So that's because the usage in Google might go down, and we might not use social media that much also. We don't know. So
but still, I would say the ad marketplaces, sorry. So the ones who can, do this, but we'll see. When the Apple just launched the glasses, and maybe it will be Apple, who will just put the targeting on every single window which you see in your area. So we'll see how it goes.
Yes.
Let's meet up in the next 6 months and see what would happen.
So we are sort of in June. So the app launches in next Jan, I guess, the first version, which is, I think, around 3.5K. So I think it's out of reach for a lot of people in terms of sort of the first version of it. So I think subsequent versions might be sub 2K in terms of dollars. So that might be used with sort of, so I think great updates coming from say GPT-5 we might have in December or stuff like that. So I think 2025 might be more happening than 2024. So yeah, let's move to the next one. And yeah, as we are coming to the last few questions, if you have any questions, do mention it in the chat window. So we'll take it up at the end of the call. Yeah, so the biggest question we were all sort of pointing towards, what are your thoughts on privacy and ChatGPT? So the privacy part is an out in a way that when you're using ChatGPT, all your data is getting used to train the model, and you can opt out by going in the settings and sort of opening up an incognito mode, sort of to sort of stop ChatGPT to train on your data. And with LLMs and all these conversational AI models, so how do you handle privacy? Because they've already trained everything that's available on the internet. So
I think this is still our main concern about using AI tools. We all just writing the right data. We are still, didn't write this? Maybe I shouldn't write this, or maybe I should handle it in other way. I still mostly use about idea and forming my idea, but I have so serious concerns about writing data on ChatGPT. I choose not to.
yeah, that's sort of the cost we are paying to use these products. There was a news in the market. I can't confirm that Bard was trained on Gmail data. So anything on the internet which is sort of what we call as a surface internet.
Sounds public.
Yeah, that data might be used. So Lisa, Jack, Nisa, you can say what are your thoughts on, if you have any thoughts on privacy concerns, and because everyone has concerns, but no one has stopped using ChatGPT.
Yeah, I think you guys launched private GPT.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, but the privacy is a big issue. People will realize that sooner or later. I know that with like private GPT and other things, no data leaves your execution environment at any point, as I remember. So it is like a great alternative. It can become more mainstream stuff like this, but yeah, the privacy is an issue and it is not regulated right now. So we will see about it.
Yeah, I think one of the ways where sort of we'll have some sense of privacy would be where if an iPhone or any other smartphone is able to sort of run a model with your own private data and your data doesn't leave your device. It can be a phone or it can be your laptop. So we would need to work with models. So I think private GPT can now run on a sort of a laptop or your own personal device, but we have to optimize a model which can run on a sort of on an active device, which surely be an iPhone or any other smartphone.
Yeah.
Here, Jack, privacy, ChatGPT, any concern?
Yeah, of course, I can say that we are all in danger. As I mentioned in the previous question, that the huge companies could not just acquire the current data, it can be easily analyzed and the behavior can be forecasted. So I think that it's unavoidable, actually. That's why there is no need to worry about this, because we just have to live this life. But of course, yeah, the privacy will become a huge question, and maybe that's actually the next question. So I like how the questions are connected, but the thing is that these privacy concerns will probably affect the whole development of the AI, and the bureaucracy will, I would say, it will conquer in some case. It will take the AI under the control, and that will make AI and ChatGPT maybe particularly very limited. What also can be a huge problem for marketers, for example, who got used to use it for everything. and it may be prohibited to use it for, let's say, for ad purposes in future. It can be because of the privacy. Maybe in a single country it will be changed, and then the workflow will be changed again. And I'm sure that there will be a lot of challenges in future, and it's all about the privacy and about the bureaucracy.
Absolutely, I think if we reach a point where sort of concern would be there to create an ad copy, and sort of LLMs won't be allowed to create a copy, but we might lose our ability to create a copy ourselves. So there might not be an option there. So it's similar to sort of a lot of us have sort of lost the art of writing with a pen and paper. So we are more in tune writing on a laptop with keys. And in long term, if you have an assistant which is able to do most of the things, it is difficult to get rid of it. Yeah, I think Crystal mentioned privacy issues just as necessary. You will at this point will have to navigate smartly around the tools. Yeah, that's what we can do. We are just pawns in the whole ecosystem right now. And there are people who are addressing it, and we have tried sort of private GPT is one of the projects we're working on to implement. So we are launching an EXE implementation which you can install in your device and run your own sort of private LLM and ask questions based on any PDF or any document you can upload to it, and there's a chat interface you can talk to it. Yeah, I think would be the last of the questions. Neha, can we move to the 8th question? Yeah, so I think extension again, we've covered most of it.
I think we just answered that one too. We answered them together, two of them.
Yeah, I think our mind was running faster than and we were able to, we wanted to complete the questions fast, so we extended the 7th and the 8th question together. So what kind of regulations can come in, so which can impact? I think Jack mentioned that LLMs might be stopped creating a particular, working in a particular vertical, say advertising. So are you looking at, say, countries implementing regulations or any industries implementing regulations? So because a lot of talks are there in the market and news as well on regulations in ChatGPT and AI. So any thoughts on that? I think we can quickly sort of share any light on it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it will all start from the countries, and I expect it to born somewhere in Europe or United States. I think in Europe actually, and afterward it will be just the president, and it will be developed. That's how I can see it. But still, even if a single country is restricting the tool or website, everyone has a VPN, and it shouldn't be a problem for marketers at least to use it. However, if it becomes the global thing, then it's going to just, the whole algorithm of ChatGPT can be changed. For example, it already has a lot of limitations, and AI is also managing these limitations. So it's hard to cope with them. And yeah, I just think that it will be started from countries, and then it will become global, especially about the privacy and these kind of concerns. So yeah, maybe in 1 year from now, the AI gives opportunities. It makes you feel free because you can do more things, and now you have the AI helper, for example, which can think together with you on some problems and things. And afterwards, it will become more limited and limited. The same thing that happened with an internet at all. It was very free 10 years ago when it just started. So you were able to find any kind of content on the wide web, on the normal web. But right now it's very limited, and you can't Google even certain things. So yeah, you can get any results from Google, because it's just, it can be just limited. And the same thing will be with AI actually. When time goes, and it will be closed, I would say. It will be restricted in some cases and limited.
Yeah, I think that might be the direction we are heading to with all the travel that Sam Altman is doing across the world to talk to all the business leaders to come to one table around regulations and AI. So we might see some updates there. And yeah, Aaron, Nisa, you want to pitch in if you have any thoughts or any other questions you want to put in to the audience?
I agree the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with Jack. Like, it will depend on country, region, even websites first, and governments are like still in process of defining the regulations around AI. But I think for the marketers, I think it will be crucial for marketers to stay updated on the changing regulations around AI usage and their region as well. They will have to comply with relevant laws and guidelines to navigate this evolving situation effectively.
Good. I think, so as you mentioned, there might be regulations, but we'll have time for that. Jack, I have a question for you. You mentioned using Midjourney and DALL-E for image creation. So what are the real-world implementation of these image generation models right now? Are you using it for social media posts or for sort of creating content for your videos or presentations? Or, what is it? Because on Twitter, what I see is there's one implementation for any new update that happens. So Wi-Fi release, so there are a bunch of images which are written in repo, or there's some new AI tool that can create short videos. So you see, but in real life, and say in the posts that get popular on Twitter and LinkedIn, we don't see a lot of AI generated content right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, how do you use it, and what might be the first implementation? Say, and the website kind of use cases there where you can create stock photos and all, but social media posts.
Yeah, so one of the most interesting use cases for the Midjourney, which we are working right now, I mean, we find, I would say, the demand on the market. So when you create the blocks, you have to fill them with the pictures. And previously there was 2 ways on how you can do this. The first way is to hire a designer and ask him to draw pictures for every single post you make. That's very expensive and it takes a long time. The second version was to try the stock photos. So you just go to the stock photos websites and took pictures which somehow connected to the topic you post. And that's kind of the old-fashioned method right now because there is a Midjourney. And what we came up with, and right now we create the unique prompt identity for businesses, and we created it for ourselves actually. And if you open the page, which actually I've been sending 20 minutes ago, the AI marketing page, the first block of this page will tell you about this concept, and also you can see the example of how it looks like. So basically right now we have our unique prompt. It consists of around 200 words in total, and the point is that this prompt is helping us to generate the pictures with a similar style and actually with your own brand style, which was developed previously, and you can just change 3 or 4 words in this prompt to adopt the picture according to the topic you post, and you will get the picture which somehow connected to this. Of course, it's still, I would say, the draft concept, but it works, and you can see our blog to make sure like how it works. And that's probably one of the most interesting use cases for Midjourney in content marketing right now. Honestly, we don't focus on video creation, and maybe we'll do it later, but right now we only use Synthesia and Lumen just to create the videos for customers. But concerning the Midjourney, it definitely breaking the market, and it definitely affect the design industry at all. So right now, definitely the market and the money which is being paid to designers is becoming less and less because the Midjourney will take it over, and there is another professions coming in, like the prompt identity engineers. I would say that the ones we have right now in our company, and it's all just started. So the most interesting thing that if we have another workshop in say 2 or 3 months, I believe I will talk about completely different things and solutions. And so yeah, because the world is changing really rapidly and the speed of this development is crazy. So yeah, I actually hope that you'll have one more webinar or workshop in future. So just to
at the end of this year, we can all gather together one more time to talk about what will happen in the beginning of the summer and what is happening right now. We can do it.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, it might be like an
Perfect.
alternate timeline of this world. So things are changing so fast. So, and we do have a Black Mirror episode. I think it's released on. I think the new season is live on Netflix. So you might get a sense of what life might be in the coming years.
And we'll talk about that too.
We would like to talk about that too. The next Black Mirror might be created with an AI.
Why not?
Sure. It's been great to talk to you, to learn from all of you on various topics that has been the talk of town, ChatGPT and AI images, the generation models, both in text and images. I think we can take one last question if anyone has, and you can mention it in the chat window, and we will take it up. Else, do reach out to the speakers on the panel. We shared the link on their social media link in the chat window. You can connect with them. You can reach out to them and talk about anything you want to talk around AI and how it can help you in your business and your personal life. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It was a great session again to talk about sort of how AI can sort of help us be better marketers. So we would have another workshop. We should feature any other vertical which can be effective or can be enhanced with AI and ChatGPT in the coming days. So stay tuned for that. Thanks, Neta and Jack, for doing this. It was a pleasure. Lots to learn from all of you.
Thank you for having us, and happy to be here with you all.
Yeah. Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you for everything.
Thank
you. It was great. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
See you. Let's connect on
See you guys.
our social media channel, and we'll keep you updated with the link of the session as well if you missed it. And also, you'll get updates on future sessions as well. We do have another launch coming up soon on product, so another AI tool which might be useful to everyone. We would try to open source a lot of the tools we release so that others can use it for themselves. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.